people. The idea that the Jews have become masters of their fate, the idea that the Jews are acting like any other force in history, using diplomatic, economic, military means to pursue realpolitik goals, this idea still grates on the consciousness of wide swaths of peoples and civilizations. The only proper place for Jews in the consciousness of so many is as people who receive, people to whom something is given, people to whom compassion is shown. So the explanation of the birth of the modern state of Israel has to therefore be told as a series of handouts by foreign powers with shady motives. That's the only way you can explain it. So you need to say that Britain gave it over, right? And then you have a campaign for Britain to apologize. Certainly, if Britain has to apologize for anything, it is the betrayal of that initial commitment, which was not much of a commitment. But then again, it's not about Britain. It's about the Jews and the Zionists who did it. With or without Britain, we would have achieved it. Because we were now pursuing our own goals. So we pursued them with the Ottoman Empire, with some success. And when the British became relevant, we pursued it with the British. And then when the Soviets became relevant, we got the assistance of the Soviets, and then the French, and then the Americans. But they are not the ones that matter. They're the ones that change. What matters is our deliberate action in pursuit of that goal. And this is where the story also of the state of Israel being born after the Holocaust, because supposedly some guilty European nations gave the miserable Jews some land to which they had no connection. So except for the fact that literally guilt is the last emotion that you witnessed among European nations after the Holocaust, this was not about anything given. This was about something attained. Israel existed in all but name and independence pre-World War II. And just as Pakistan and India did not need a genocide of a third of their people to attain independence and statehood, neither would we. We would have come into existence finally thanks to the dissolution of the British Empire. It is said that 4 empires had to disappear for the Jewish people to finally exercise their self-determination. Most peoples had to wait for 1 empire to disappear. We had to wait out 4. We had to wait the Austro-Hungarian Empire disappearing so that along with all its peoples, the Jewish people can finally name themselves as a people worthy of self-determination. For the Russian Empire to disappear, for us to be free of them. For the Ottoman Empire to disappear so that we could return to our land. And finally, for the British Empire to disappear so that we would no longer depend on anyone to open or close our gates to our people. And the reason we have achieved everything we achieved is being focused, determined to wait out all these empires. And we were so focused about what we wanted to achieve that even though at the critical moment, the United Nations, the heir of the League of Nations, said to us, well guys, we're kind of reneging on a promise of our predecessor, the League of Nations. You're not getting all of the land from the river to the sea. You're getting half of it, mostly desert. And we know you're called the Zionist movement, but no Zion for you guys. You're not getting Jerusalem. And we know you're called the Jewish people, which literally in every language except French and English is the Judean people. Judah, Yehudim, Judea. So you are the Judean people. Judea is the cradle of your civilization. but no Judea for you. Judea will be part of the Arab state. So the Zionist leadership gets an offer, a proposal, a support, non-binding, an idea that says you can have the mastery of your fate, but without any of the lands, the areas that symbolize your culture and civilization, in only half of what was promised. And in one of the most remarkable moments, the Zionist leadership says yes. And it says yes because from 1897 to 1948 and on, it was focused, it was determined on the most important thing for the Jewish people, that we are finally masters of our fate, done entrusting who we are, how we operate, to the kindness, and mostly not so kindness, of strangers. So on this centennial, I do repeat, thank you, Lord Balfour, but we'll take it from here.